Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the second live stream of today. As you can see, we'll be streaming VTB versus New Start. I'm excited. I've got with me a commentator that just recently came back. You might know him if you saw the first stream. Welcome, Prui.
Thank you. So
Also,
yeah, it's gonna be
sorry for
easy.
interrupting.
Mhm.
Also, our broadcaster for today will be Dennis. Just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, amazing. So the game just started already. But yeah, first of all, how you doing, man? Excited. It's been a while. I'm so happy to be back with you.
I'm glad you're back. Honestly, I'm doing all right. What about you?
I'm doing pretty fine myself. Really excited to see this game. Um, I don't really remember these two teams or the names, but they always change. So VTB versus New Start. But some of the players I'm seeing, I do remember, and some of them are really good. So, would you jump to introduce the VTB team?
Yeah, of course. All right. So for VTB, which is the red team, we've got Woody Dow, Boss 2, Sinister, Ice Boy, and BBA.
Exactly. And for the new start on the blue side, currently, we have a player I don't even want to try to pronounce the name, like Myakish, Nikita, and Thomas Anderson. So, let's see how they do. So far, they seem to be dominating to some extent. They had a They almost managed to pull that first flag. Luckily, the overdrive was there to stop from Iceboy. Um, I think Iceboy picked the overdrive from the center, if I'm not mistaken, so that came in handy. Uh, but yeah, we're in the first round here in Desert Map. One of
I ran.
the Iran. What am I saying? Desert. Iran map.
I mean,
One
it
of
does sort of
the
look like desert, to be fair.
yeah, that's
It
that's
could
kind
be
of
an
why it's
extension
better.
of
It could
this
be a
map.
next. Yeah, definitely. And there is an overdrive in the center. Let's see who's gonna get it. There is gonna be Nikita just in the right spot in the right time, taking that OD. It's not the best hole, I'd say, for the overdrive, but definitely Paladin can come in handy.
Although he's
On
going
most of
all
the
by
times,
himself at the moment. He might
he
have a
can
chance of
pull
pulling,
this.
actually, if he
Yeah,
goes the
he
right
even has
direction.
overdrive. Sinister's. He lock on him?
Miyake
Yeah, it
uses
is.
overdrive, but it doesn't. I mean, it takes out one opponent that might have taken Nikita out, and that
Sinister.
might very well
No,
result in
he's
the
not.
very first capture for them.
Wow, just barely alive. He managed to pull that all the way by himself, not even needing to take that overdrive. That's going to give them a huge advantage. He has still an overdrive, and they managed to capture as an early lead. So 6.5 minutes left, 1-0.
Exactly. For those of you that have noticed already, we have opened to predictions. So if you would like an extra challenge, feel free to predict the outcome of the match, and you might be rewarded with some channel points if you're correct.
That sounds catchy. I want to try it.
That sounds sketchy.
Catchy, not
Oh,
sketchy.
catchy.
Yeah.
That's way better. That's way better. Nice.
Yeah, sketchy. Why would I? Yeah.
I
Right.
don't know. That's
So
what I heard. Anyways, like you said, back to the
fair
game.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Currently still 1-0 for New Start. We have seen some great actions from both teams.
Oh yeah, definitely. Some stuff happening. Um, I
Using
mean,
his overdrive, a lot of overdrives being used. BBA being the eventual victor here.
mhm. I gotta say, although the new start is kind of in control and a lead here, I'm kind of seeing VTB coming back. They're more and more taking over. You can see them. How many of the players at one point were on the blue side? So they're
I mean,
kind of
and
coming
just
back.
like that, they've already lost their map control as well. I mean,
I
they
mean,
really
fair
did a
enough.
great job, just like pushing up into New Start space, but all of a sudden, all of them were taken out.
That's fair enough. They're coming back. You can see there is middle, right side, left side. There is a support for the Sinister on the left side is going to be taken out. I like this. I like how they're playing right now. The question is if that's going to pay off. Well, they're definitely playing good right now at this moment. Apart from that first capture, of course, that was just even unlucky, I'd say.
Yeah, to be fair, that flag was pulled by one player. So it
Hmm.
could just be a coordination or a communication issue.
Definitely, yeah. Let me ask you this. I've noticed, but Crusader after using Overdrive, is that a glitch or that's meant to be? I never really knew that blue thingy on the top.
Oh no, 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 that's a glitch.
That's
That's
It's
not
still
supposed
didn't
to be there.
fix. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it's been so long, so I started asking myself, is that not a glitch maybe? But right,
Well,
Ice Boy
overdrive.
use Overdrive. I don't really see a use of it, but okay.
His teammate had the flag and he was a bit delayed in using it. On the other hand, the hunter from Team Newstart also uses overdrive without any opponents being near, so it could simply be a misinput. Does happen from
Hmm.
time to time.
There is Boss too with his Overdrive. He picked up from the middle. If he can pull this flag, that would be amazing. He has Overdrive and full health, but he does not have a Reaper, and that's
Oh,
gonna
and just
cost
like
him.
that, his
Yeah.
health is gone. Nice
Uh,
focus.
That's unfortunate. I think he could have pulled if he would if he just followed after that first guy take the flag. But anyways, there is still plenty of time and just enough time to catch up. I think they should aim for a tie right now. But seeing them play and right now, I think they can even pull out the win. If not in this round, definitely the second one. They're
Yeah,
playing really well.
definitely. And even then, there's still another map after the upcoming round.
Yeah,
So
of course, of course. Third and
let
fourth
me.
round. If hopefully there's going to be a fourth round as well.
Interestingly
Yeah.
enough, that's going to be Molotov. I really haven't seen this map a
Oh,
lot. It's been a really long time since I've seen it, so looking
yeah.
forward to that.
Likewise, I haven't seen it in a long time. All right. Okay.
Nikita trying to get away, just getting taken out from distance by Ice Boy. I do notice a
Sinister.
lot of solo attacks. To be honest, these teams would do a lot better if they were to coordinate a little bit more with one another.
Definitely. Sinister just waited his overdrive, and now kind of New Start is coming back. With they managed to regain control in the center where overdrive was also, and they picked it up. They tried to pull the flag, but unsuccessfully. Let's see how they do from this point on, if they're going to be able to kind of gain back control over the map. Because definitely so far, VTB has had that control.
That's true. Unfortunately, they haven't really been able to do anything with it so far yet. I'm also seeing a lot of players that are very hesitant to use their overdrives. Like they've had them for a while, but they're just like using them for everything and anything, or they're just saving them till the end of the round. And
I
neither
find
of those
myself
is
doing that.
really good.
Yeah, I find myself doing that a lot in matchmaking. I just keep having the same overdrive and just keep waiting for something good to use it, but it just never comes. So I just use it at the end, like last 20 seconds. Oh man,
Yeah, we
kind
we
of
do see that from time to time here as well. I mean, it's about creating your own opportunities, not waiting for one to present itself. So
exactly, yeah. But the honest truth is, you could have even had two more overdrives by that time. You're saving it. Anyhow, um, 50 seconds left, and VTB somehow still didn't manage to pull that flag. All right, let's see. There is
I
still
mean,
a chance, Ice Boy, but I don't think they're gonna be able to pull that flag in this round. The next one, I have more faith in them.
yeah, it's it's a bit late in this round. There's only like a bit over 30 seconds left. The horizon is very slow. He's running out of supplies. There's a very small chance. Lack deciding to use his overdrive, like you said, in the last couple seconds because of why not? There's no point in saving it.
Yeah.
And now all the overdrives are coming out with 7 seconds left.
It's so common. All right, so the first round definitely goes
To
for new
new start.
start. Yeah. The one thing I'm asking myself, if that lucky capture, you remember that solo cap, if that didn't happen, would New Start still manage to pull it off and win? Because I don't think so.
I honestly don't think so either. Since then, they haven't really been able to make any like great pulls. They haven't had any amazing chances. So far, it seemed like VTB was in control of most of the round, although they haven't been able to capitalize on
Hmm.
that simply because they're not pulling the flag. They're not. I mean, one thing they're doing really well is going for map control, pushing together. But when it comes to going for the flag, they simply just either seem to ignore it or they're just going one by one.
Yeah,
Something
exactly.
I'd really like to see changed.
After that first capture, I didn't see any kind of good pull or opportunity from their side. So that's interesting.
Also, nothing against these teams here, but this is a comparatively a little bit lower leveled game as to the last couple of games we've been watching streaming. So,
Yeah, that's
but
fine
still,
then.
that just leaves more room for improvement. Something we always preach about is simply if your team is being streamed, go watch it back since you have a nice eagle eye view of the map. You can very easily see what went wrong. Is your map
Mhm.
balance off? Are there gaps in your defense? Is your attack not strong enough? Are you not coordinating well enough? Is your communication off? Etc. Etc. So there's a lot to be learned from just watching back your own matches. So I would definitely advise it.
Exactly, guys. If you'd already didn't do that, you definitely should be doing that to improve. If that's your goal in the first place. Also, one more thing is interesting to me is after, for example, watching that first stream and watching one of the best teams even in the game or esports play, and then you come in this game, you can see the difference in every kind of aspect, from teamwork to dynamics of the both sides and teams, how they play and everything, aggression. So um, knowing all that, you can also watching better teams and then coming back to your own. You can also see why is that better team doing such a good job, or you can kind of compare to your own playstyle of your own team and even learn a lot of things from that.
Exactly, and the team you just watched that you're talking about must be Toxic, correct?
Yeah, toxic and oh,
Triumphs.
wow, triumphs. Yeah, think
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't watch the entire stream, but I'm assuming that Toxic took the win.
Of course, yeah.
All right.
Every map, every map, three rounds in a row. But Triumphs were playing fairly good. I mean, Toxic, one of the better teams. You can't really complain uh, or say anything against Triumphs. They really had a hard job.
Yeah, definitely. In my eyes, Toxic is most likely in the top 5 of teams currently. They're definitely playing really well, just doing an amazing job overall.
Hmm. Yeah.
Boss slowly moving in. He's by himself. BBA seemed to have been waiting for something. Still having his overdrive ready, and he's moving in a little bit later here. All
Mm,
right.
okay. So I was a bit occupied. All right, there is a Nikita with that pull. I think Nikita was the one that captured that lucky first winning cap in the first
I
round.
mean, you can't really call it lucky. Just he
I
was the one
mean,
who captured.
yeah, fair
Uh,
enough. Yeah, true. My bad.
I mean,
But
that would like be like discrediting him. Like he did pull the flag. To be fair, he did make some good decisions regarding the route to choose. But compared to the rest of the first round, it was comparatively lucky, you could say. But yeah. Oh
all
well, back
right.
to this round. Nothing much has happened still. The teams seem to be. I mean, they're fighting each other, but it doesn't seem like they're actually coordinating too well.
Yeah, it just more of all over the place, just shooting whoever moves.
Pretty much. It also
Pretty
doesn't seem
much.
like they're too focused on being balanced on the map, considering they had like 3 or 4 players on the left side and none on the right. Good thing Woody Dow is paying some attention to that. Nikita is
Exactly.
completely ignoring BBA while still going for the flag.
And Nikita is just dedicated for that flag. I mean, just keeps on going and trying. That's some dedication.
I mean, that's for
But
sure. I mean, he just keeps on going. He keeps trying.
yeah. Um, Where he's taking the center supplies, kind of trying to deal some damage before taking out. I mean, fair enough. We have a lock with an overdrive, or like, sorry. We have two more overdrive players. There is a Crusader and the other one. There is a Paladin as well. Nikita now alone, but with an overdrive, maybe there is a chance, just maybe.
Nikita,
No,
but he gets taken out by
Sinister.
Sinister.
I didn't even know he had an overdrive. I think he just came though. Not
Lack of
sure.
a good decision using his overdrive while picking up the overdrive box, making sure he doesn't lose anything. In the meantime, he does take out some opponents. Unluckily for him, Woody Dow spawns right behind him. And
Yeah,
Ice
that's
Boy
unlucky.
as well. I mean, I
I
keep
mean,
seeing it and I keep thinking the same thing. Please coordinate a little bit better with your teammate. It would be so much easier
oh
to
yeah.
capture flags.
If they just have a support
Waited for
for
a
one
little bit.
push.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Look at there is basically there are just two players in their base and there is nobody else. Nikita alone, completely alone. Look at this.
It looks promising though. If
Ice
Iceboy doesn't
Boy,
stop
but
him, then this is a
there
cap.
is another respawn. But now there is a teamwork where they're lacking. They need support. And the other player just spawned. He didn't even use armor. He went to deal damage and he was taken out easily. So it just lack of persistence or support, as you mentioned not too long ago. There is again Nikita just keeps on going and going.
I mean, what can you say? He's persistent, and it wouldn't surprise me if sooner or later he is going to capture that flag. I mean, he's had some
Exactly,
great
that's the thing.
opportunities
If you
so
just
far.
keep on going, yeah, sorry. If you just keep on going, sooner or later someone is gonna lose, not see you, or you're just gonna break your shoe. Look at this now. Now Booty's back and at his place. Okay, they're focusing on taking the overdrive. Can they do so? Lack is gonna come and help. There we go. He takes the OD. That's good.
Like some great control of that overdrive box, probably using a timer. Boss, I don't think that was the greatest decision heading towards the center where there were a lot of opponents and
Yeah,
not so many
yeah.
teammates. If he went back the same way he came, he might have had a good chance at pulling the flag.
Definitely agree with that. Nikita again going, not even gonna say it anymore. But there might be actually an
Just keep
opportunity if he
trying.
just goes the same way back he came.
And he does, but oh, the
Too
response from
late.
VTB.
If he went immediately, I think he could have pulled enough. Thomas Anderson, is he gonna use? Luckily, he didn't use overdrive. Scared. I was scared he's gonna ruin it. Good, good, good. I gotta say, I mean, we are seeing right now Nikita from a new start, keep on trying and even pulling and some good opportunities. But in the other hand, you're seeing VTB is constantly also pushing, not having as good opportunities, but they're controlling the all the way towards to some extent. But I gotta say, I think New Start is actually playing a little bit better in this round, unlike the previous one.
Yeah, definitely. Boss using his overdrive to pick up that flag, really heading towards his teammates. And also, like you said, we see a lot more coordinated attacks, which I really do love to see.
Definitely, there is an overdrive. Yeah, it's gonna be easy overdrive for lag. I think this is our already like third pickoff or something.
I think I might be mistaken, but I think he's gotten I mean, all of them, if not
Yeah,
80% of them.
yeah, definitely. Maybe one missed, but that's a good player right there. I mean, it's really important to take control over that, and you can just see why he used his overdrive. There's nothing you can do about it. You can just go and respawn.
Exactly, but if, for example, like B3RL, I don't really know how to pronounce his name, but the Crusader, if Thomas Anderson, him and Lek were just to move into VTB's base, use their overdrives, it would be such an easy capture, but they all seem to be just sitting there in base. I don't know what they're doing, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't know what's the plan right there, but it is
Defending is
still
one thing.
0-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It would also be great to just fight for some map control, just keep on pushing. So far, like all the pushing and fighting for map control has been done by VTB. Somehow there have been no flags captured yet. which is really interesting. If Nikita goes back the same way he came, oh, but BBA spawns right behind him. Yeah,
That's
I mean, if there's only like one player to help Nikita with his pushes, then that might
exactly
really
that's
turn into a
all
catch.
there's needed. Look at lag. That's actually a perfect opportunity right there. It is really
Oh, but he
or
gets
not.
blocked by BBA.
There is oh what a rude
Thomas using
overdrive.
his overdrive for some reason.
Panicked. All
Nikita
right, all
using
right.
overdrive seems to be a good decision right here, just to make sure this is probably one of the very few captures of
Oh,
this round.
oh, that's just amazing. I mean, we said it. Eventually, he's gonna get it, and he does. Wow, hard work pays off, guys. Learn from this game.
Definitely. Also, props to Lag, just using a great overdrive, just securing that pull first team.
Hmm.
Gotta give it to him.
I mean, well,
Even
we
though
are
he
already
wasn't the one
giving
who
it to
captured.
them. You might as well just mention that amazing overdrive from Thomas Anderson. Uh, he made
I,
sure
I,
the
I
walls
did
won't
see
move
it.
here into the wall.
Ah, right, yeah. It
Made
does happen
sure.
from time to time.
I
But
mean, yeah, just to make sure, yeah.
mm,
Anyways, Nikita back on his job. Missed the flag. That's gonna cost him a lot of help and be taken out. No, no. Okay. Yes. Never mind. Um, yeah, that's gonna be it for the second round as well. That wasn't amazing start from New Start, but as their name mentions, maybe in the third round it's gonna be a new start for them.
so Lag actually pulling another flag. He does have enough time,
Oh,
and he's just passing by his teammate, just
didn't
casually
even
capping the
notice.
second flag.
Didn't even notice. Well,
Honestly,
well,
I,
that
I
is
really didn't
it.
expect this, considering that VTB has been playing together way better. They
Yeah,
just
definitely. Yeah,
they just lack the ability to pull flags. If they had that, then VTB would have won, no question in my mind.
I totally agree. I mean that job he did is amazing, just incredible. Really helpful for the team. Um, but yeah, however, we are now going to be waiting to jump into the third round and hopefully not the last.
Exactly. I mean, I'm very interested to see VTB actually make a comeback. I just don't know if they're able to. At this point, it's like New Start simply need a tie, and they've won this match. It's that simple for them. They just have to hold on to their base, which they have been doing so far. They haven't
Yeah,
been doing much else except for a occasional push by Lek and Nikita, who has been pushing constantly. So
yep.
I really don't know what
Let's.
to expect, to be honest.
Me neither, honestly. I'm hoping for the best, but it's really tough and hard to say what's gonna happen. So yeah, let's just hope you're gonna be seeing more than just 3 rounds for now, at least.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I'm happy about though is we get to see Molotov one more time. It's the
True,
map I've,
true.
I've seen the least during this entire group stage and Swiss stage, so happy to be able to see it once more.
Yeah, me even less, bro. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see every single match. I mean, it's been a while. Uh,
Except for Iran. I mean, it's been around for a long
yeah,
time.
Iran is Iran. Yeah.
Sandbox as well. I think most players are sick and tired of seeing Sandbox since it's one of the most played, if not the most played map.
I love Sandbox. I don't know.
I mean, it is a nice
It's
map to be fair.
mainly
It's
I love Sandbox
points.
mainly because it just a lot of dynamic. It's dynamic game. A lot of captures and action.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the more close range a map is, the more hectic the the fights will be. So that also means more actions and the more impact a single overdrive can do. So it definitely is a little bit more than just simple coordination. It's also overdrive usage. It's just more individual players. It's more based on individual players, although coordination, of course, comes into play as well.
Yeah.
Alright, it's a bit surprising there's been no link so far.
Yeah, I'm checking as well. I'm surprised myself. Let's wait for the map to be created.
I mean, or it's one of those situations where one of the teams is like, "You create the map, no you, no you." It's happened before, like where neither of the teams really know um, which one to which one has to create the map. Let's see. Right, try this again. All right, but do you expect VTB to come back in Molotov? I mean, I know it's a difficult question since it's a completely different map, but do you think you're able? Like, do you think they'll be able to?
Um, I definitely do think, because as you said, they have a better teamwork. They just lack in some areas, mostly in their defense. They're not consistent as they are in pushing. So that's that Nikita gameplay game style. Just keep on going and trying. That is, I think, what is destroying them. If they can just take control of that one player, I think they're able to take over the whole game. That's my opinion, but I do think it's possible.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's sort of like a communication issue. I mean, if you simply communicate
Hmm.
whenever you see someone incoming, and some players know, okay, it's a single player. If me and one other player go, that's enough to stop him. Like, not the entire team has to grind to a stop in order to stop a single opponent,
Yep, we have a link finally.
right? Took a while, but we got somewhere. All right.
Yeah, progress, progress. We like to see it. But yeah, all right. Molotov, third and fourth round. At this point, it has to be. I mean, definitely new start. Can't afford to lose anymore. So yeah, basically just hoping for a new start. Let's see.
You mean VTB? They can't afford to lose anymore.
Oh yeah, with the beat. My bad.
I mean, I get confused about the names as well from time to time. It happens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Happens, happens. Alrighty. So now waiting for a reset, I believe. Yep. And just like that, we are into the third round. Minute and a half left before we start.
One thing I'm curious
But
about though
you're gone.
is will they be using different combinations? I mean, you'd think so, since it's a completely different map. It requires a different playstyle. But I don't know. Like I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. I'm currently not in the map, so I can't really see anything yet so far.
Yeah, let's see. We have a Ricochet Paladin, Railgun Hunter.
Pretty standard.
That's a standard, yeah. We have Scorpion though. I don't know. I don't think Scorpion is useful in this. There's a lot of houses around. Hammer Viking, of course. Titan, not
Titan?
Titan. What am I? No, 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 no. Thunder.
Oh,
Fire Paladin as well. On the other side, we have Crusader Railgun. That's an interesting combination from Sinister. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. It's more or
BBA
less.
has changed from a paladin to Ares, which is interesting that they assigned a different player for that. Um, let's see. I think Nikita is the only one. No, he's in the map. Never mind. I just didn't see him for a moment. Teams are slowly getting ready. Lek already got the overdrive box, giving his team a huge advantage at the beginning of the round. As he's shown before, he definitely knows how to use it. So let's see. Teams have self-destructed, and quite possibly the last round has just begun.
Yep.
Lek
Possibly the
or
last round. Hopefully not though. Let's see.
exactly. I mean, of course, we don't hope for it to end so soon, but there's a real possibility considering New Start's strong performance so far.
Yeah, of
Right,
course. What do you
Nikita
think of?
already moving in. Right
Yeah,
fielder.
I was gonna say. What do you think of the sides? Who do you think has a slight advantage?
Ooh, that's a bit difficult to answer. I haven't played this map in so long. To be honest, I do think the red side might have a small advantage. I can't tell you why though.
Yeah, I'm thinking as well. I can see the times the red side can have a disadvantage, but at the same time, uh, there are a lot of times the blue side is. So yeah, there is a first capture, but
Lek coming in strong, just a bit over a minute into the third round, already capturing the first flag for his team. Definitely being a huge help to them. All they have to do is just remain the current score, just and they'll advance, or rather they'll win this match. Nikita once again with the flag, just doing what he does best, just pulling the flag, just running away. Woody Dow can't do anything to stop it, considering his short range turret. Nikita
yeah,
does get
there is
taken by BBA. Ooh,
gotta
once again, nice shot by Sinister, just preventing them from going any further.
gotta say there is one player with the technical problems with esports checker. So hopefully there is not gonna be a technical defeat.
That's
He was warned.
that was so close. Sinister actually running away. Flag was returned in the end. Very unfortunate.
Hmm. All right. That's a good start for them. That's a really good start for them. Um, First capture already, and it's been like 2.5 minutes. If
Overdrive box already falling. BBA just using his own overdrive just to make sure. I think Vex already had his overdrive when he took the box, so that's a bit of a waste. But this is a good usage right now. Just using it to pull the flag.
hmm
Currently, VTB's biggest obstacle might very well be Lek and Nikita once again. But oh, Sinister just barely gets his hands on the flag right before Lek does get a return eventually. That was such a great chance for VTB. Unfortunately, yeah, they choked it a little bit.
yeah, that
Woody.
was a great try. They almost managed to pull that, but it was not successful.
Alright, Woody Dow with his overdrive doesn't even need to use it, just casually waltzes through New Start's base, gets taken out at the bridge. Sinister still running away, but on the other hand, we do see Nikita once again showing us his specialty, just pulling the opponent's flag without a care in the world. And that will be a standoff. Lek is in a
Yep.
great position to return here. Doesn't have his overdrive, but slowly dealing some damage to BBA. BBA already forced to use his over. Does back it and Lek gets a return somehow. I really did not expect that, considering there were so many VTB players nearby, but looks like they didn't expect it either because they weren't close enough to help.
True. To be fair, on the blue side, there is a lot happening. There is a player with with the problems with esports checker, and they're just kind of all into it, trying not to get technical defeat. But after all, they're losing 2-0, so they need to focus on the game and they need to sort it as soon as possible. Otherwise, it's gonna be a really huge loss for them. Let's hope they can sort it out without technical defeat and get back on their uh, legs, because it is really, really, really getting time is really, really going fast.
Exactly. I mean, they don't have much time left. A bit over 5 minutes, bit over half of the round still. We do see Lek pulling yet another flag, really just rubbing salt into the wound, just adding insult to injury for Team VTB, just making it harder for them. Thomas Anderson using his overdrive to secure that flag. Just
Mhm.
telling boss you're not going nowhere. Vexter gets taken out as well. We do see some attacks from Team VTB, but they're mostly very uncoordinated. They're just solo attacks or two players at most. But this is one of those maps where you really need to work together in order to pull a flag. Either that or there needs to be a massive gap in defense, which we haven't seen so far from Team New Start.
True. They're really giving it all and focused well. But let's see.
Nikita going in. Nikita has his overdrive, doesn't use it, gets taken out by BBA. BBA was so scared of him, he just had to use his overdrive, doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah, I don't want to say the player name, but I think there's going to be technical defeat after all, which doesn't really make a difference because there's no way VTB is going to be recovering back.
Uh, I mean, the match is still ongoing until the final verdict. I mean, they're discussing something currently, but nothing's final yet. Leg
Yeah,
pulling
no,
another flag,
no
very low
decisions.
HP.
Yeah, 2-0 still. There is possibility, high possibility for the third capture, which is gonna.
Kita, and that's going to be the third. That's this is really starting to turn into a situation that's impossible to come back from. Woody Dow with the overdrive doesn't do that much. He has missed Miyakish. He's pulling the flag right now, but Thomas Anderson spawns right behind him. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, um, basically not even 4 full minutes left, and it's 3-0. There is close to none chance at this point for poor VTB to come back from this. They're just in a huge struggle there.
Yeah, honestly, and I've said this a couple times, but this is really surprising to me, especially considering that I did think that VTB was a bit stronger than this. I did think they would have been the victor in this matchup.
Me too. I even said it. I think when you asked me, but the thing I think right now is they're really struggling with this issue with the esports checker, and he's not only one player is affected. The whole team is obviously not trying to get technical defeat. So
Yeah,
it's kind of a
definitely
struggle.
plays a
They're
part.
dealing with other things that, aside from the game, and it's kind of deconcentrated, and that's why they keep losing flag for 5-0. I mean, come on. In normal circumstances, I don't think they will be losing by. But it is how it is, and New Start is just waiting on to step in, and they're doing
Nikita
it.
once again just
Props to
pulling the
that guy,
flag
man.
towards his teammate. I think he has to be the MVP here. Pulled the
Yeah,
first flag,
definitely.
pulled a lot of flags in the process. Him or Lek, both great players for Team New Starter, really doing their most. Vexter still holding on to it. Doesn't get to take the flag for long. Going to be returned. A bit over a minute left. Zero chance of a comeback unless there's some technical issues from Team New Start, which I really don't expect to happen. Like even using his overdrive just to make sure he's able to pull this flag back to full HP, slowly running out of supplies. Not that it matters, as long as his teammates keep the map under control, he's able to capture a sixth. And at this point, they're just trying to capture as many flags as humanly possible,
Yeah,
like
just for
before he
the
gets taken
team.
out by the Ares overdrive. Woody Dow
Oh
once
wow!
again trying to counter.
I mean, at
No,
least one flag. Come on, that
I
would be
mean, I
lovely to
I
see.
really do want them to capture a single flag. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, definitely. 10 seconds. There is no more caps. Last overdrives to be used, and that is gonna be it. New start. Good job for them.
Exactly. That's the end of the match. It ended a bit sooner than I would have expected or liked, to be honest. But that was
Yep.
that. Well played by both teams. Really, Team Newstart really showing everyone how it's done.
Yeah, they really did a good job, great job, and I'm surprised there was not that technical defeat. I was watching the conversation happening there, but I gotta give it to the judge, I referee. Other words, it was they did let them try even though they were losing, so that's kind of nice of him. Regardless,
Also,
good job for New Start.
yeah, something I wanted to mention is the predictions. 41% voted for VTB and 59% voted for New Start, which is pretty interesting. Like it's very close. Like it seemed like the viewers didn't really know who to vote for either. So that's very interesting. All right, let's pick the winners and give them their very well deserved channel points.
Go on, yeah.
Right, there we go. All right, so that was the end of this match. Um, I really thank you so much to Proe for doing not only this stream but the previous one as well. Thank you so much to our lovely broadcaster Dentist for showing you guys the game, and I really hope to see you guys in the next stream.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for joining. It's been a pleasure, and see you in the next stream already tomorrow. Can't wait.